what's going to TBC, LDBC, A-Side Boxing Community, MOBC, all the damn different cliques, the different things they're going in what is known as the YouTube boxing community. Man, just driving home from work, shooting a quick video. A lot going on in boxing right now. Start off talking about this Canelo Alvarez Triple G fight being canceled. Kind of shocked at that. I thought Canelo was gonna get a pass, but apparently he must honestly be guilty. I'm not sure why, because I thought Bob Bennett, I was just for sure that Bob Bennett and the Nevada State Athletic Commission was going to just sweep it up under the rug, but they didn't. They actually filed a complaint against Canelo and actually pushed back the hearing from the 10th to the 18th. But Canelo's still training, so I'm not sure exactly why Canelo and or Golden Boy would cancel the fight, other than he's actually guilty. You know, they actually got some intel or something to say that he actually knowingly injected himself with clenbuterol. Disappointed a little bit, but not really much, because I didn't really. Could I say I was looking forward to the rematch? I can't say I was looking forward to the rematch, to be honest. I thought Triple G won the first fight. I didn't think it was as close as everybody said it was. I thought he dominated with his jab. I wish he would have put more punches together and more combinations together. That fight to me almost reminds me of the Joshua Parker fight that just happened. It was basically Joshua using his jab as a rangefinder and not wanting to let his hands go too much because he was scared of getting countered. So to me, it was the same kind of fight. I want to see Triple G go ahead and get the fight with Billy Joe Saunders going. That's the fight I think that will put him in boxing history. Beating Canelo will get him a purse, a nice check. It'll give him a name on his resume, but becoming undisputed and unified at 160 will put him in the record books as the last guy. The last guy I think did it was Jermaine Taylor. I can't remember exactly what year that was in, but I know Jermaine Taylor did it. I thought he should have went for that. I think Triple G kind of brought all this upon himself. Him and Loeffler and Abe. I'm not sure if able to. They all wanted that check, so they actually sacrificed putting themselves in boxing history and in the record books by actually unifying and becoming undisputed at 160, and he chased the check, and it ended up getting him a draw on his resume. Yeah, I know. Triple G. I've heard some names though. I heard Andrade come out and say that he wanted to fight. But to me at this point, what has Andrade done at 160? Andrade, what has he done at 160 to deserve a title shot? I want to see Triple G fight Charlo, but Charlo's another one where I say he's only had one fight at 160. I want to see the fight, but coming from Triple G and Tom Loeffler's side, that's basically like Floyd would say, that's a high risk, no reward fight. He's not gonna make a lot of money for that fight. He's got a chance to lose that fight. Yeah, I know. Charlo needs to fight Jacob. Now I would be down to see Triple G fight Jacob in a rematch. I would be for that, but he needs to do everything he can to get Billy Joe Saunders in the ring. That's the fight. They need to put out whatever money they need to put out to make that fight happen. That's the fight Triple G should be chasing, not Canelo Alvarez. I'm not sure why he ever chased the Canelo Alvarez fight when he always said his main goal was to unify and become undisputed at 160. I agree about the rematch thing. I didn't get that. I thought he put himself in that situation because he was going to be the B-side. We already know Canelo and Golden Boy has the judges. We knew Triple G wasn't gonna win unless he knocked him out. And I mean, to see Canelo get knocked out, you know, I just don't see that happening unless he fights a young. Yeah, I agree, man. He wanted that payday, and he should have went ahead and took the. He should have went ahead and took the legacy instead of taking the payday. He should have took the legacy fight, but he wanted the payday. And you see where that got him. I don't know who Triple G is gonna fight in this fight coming up. I think he's gonna fight like a Spike O'Sullivan or something, and there's gonna be a lot of outrage about that. But I don't expect him to fight somebody that he has a chance to lose to until he tries to fight Billy Joe Saunders. Unless it's a big got action at Billy Joe got. Man, me watching Billy Joe though, Billy Joe got that movement. He got foot movement. I'm not sure if he can handle Triple G's ability to cut the ring off. That'll be an interesting part. Billy doesn't have a lot of power, so I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to keep Triple G off of him. Because Billy Joe Saunders' hand speed didn't look as fast as maybe a Canelo or something like that. So Triple G may not be as worried about getting countered. And he doesn't have to worry about Billy Joe's power as much. So I'm not sure. I'm sure in that fight he will cut the ring off and probably throw big body shots and combinations up top if he fights Billy Joe Saunders. But that's the fight he needs to chase. I'm sure he's going to fight maybe a Spike O'Sullivan or somebody like that, get an easy victory, and then maybe try to fight Billy Joe Saunders in a couple months, and then fight. I'm sure he would try to move up. But moving on from that, we got a big fight also coming up this weekend. We got Erislandy Lara versus a young, hungry Jerry Swift Hurd. I think Hurd may stop Lara, to be honest. I don't think Lara has the power to slow down Hurd. Hurd is very big, he's physical. He doesn't have a lot of defense. Yeah, I know. Hurd doesn't have a lot of defense, and he basically, like Roscoe said, he is a puncher bag. He was getting touched in that Trout fight. The kid needs to get more head movement, or he is going to be punch drunk very soon. Once he gets, because if he moves up to 160, he's going to be fighting guys that's actually big guys that's got power. And that no head movement. I mean, that guy gets hit more than Triple G, to be honest. The fight against Trout, I'm not sure if that's just because he didn't respect Trout's power, or what, but he was getting touched in that fight. And against a big physical guy at 160, he will get knocked out. But I got Hurd winning that fight. I don't think Lara is active enough as far as punch output to keep Hurd off of him. I honestly, facts, Hurd gets hit more. Yeah, he does get hit more than Triple G and Chocolatito. You're right about that, man. Hurd, the Trout fight was an eye-opening fight to me. I was like, my God, this dude is he's getting touched. I mean, Trout was putting hands and feet on that boy, man. Hands and feet. He just didn't have the power to really affect him. And you know Lara is not going to throw more than one punch at a time, so it's not like Lara's going to stand in the pocket and let his hands go enough to keep Hurd off of him. And when Hurd touches Lara, I think Lara will feel it. Yeah, he's lucky about that Trout fight. I got Hurd in that fight, and then you got I think you got Gervonta Davis. I think I'm not sure. Is Gervonta Davis fighting on that card? I know he's fighting Quelaag, who's actually a 126 pounder that hasn't fought since 2016, and his last fight was against God damn, what's the guy that lost to damn, I can't think his goddamn name. Starts with an M. The Mexican kid that lost to the guy that throws all the damn punches at one, the one that just beat Frampton in the rematch. Santa Cruz. He lost to Santa Cruz. Mars. He lost to Abner Mars, the Quelaag dude. That was at 126. So Gervonta Davis is bringing this guy up. He's bringing this guy up to 130 or 135. I think it's 130. Mars. Yeah, it's Abner Mars. He's bringing him up to 130. The guy hadn't fought till 2016. That's a goddamn shame. Donaire gonna get beat, gonna beat up. Yeah, Donaire probably gonna get his ass whooped. He need to hang it up. Uh, that Rigo fight took a lot out of him. Uh, but yeah, it's a damn shame for Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Production uh, to have Tank at this point in his career fighting a guy like that, a guy moving up in weight that hadn't fought in almost 2 years. That's a damn shame. Tank, and I saw something today about Tank saying that he felt like, he didn't say Floyd set him up, but he felt like he was set up or whatever. Uh, I mean, to me, he hasn't really fought. I would look more like Lomachenko fought tougher competition at the beginning of his career. I could see Lomachenko saying, well, man, I feel like, yeah, I know. I feel like I was set up or something like that. Because, I mean, you fight Salido and Gary Russell and guys of that nature with only a few fights. I mean, Salido is a veteran. Salido is a slick vet, one of the dirtiest guys in the game. And he fought him with only a couple fights. Now, if Tank was fighting guys like that, I would think more like, oh, okay, there's some logic to what he's saying. But to me, he's training with AB. I'm not sure what AB is feeding him. So, I don't know where that's coming from. I mean, he really hasn't fought anybody worth a damn yet. I still want to see Russell versus Loma rematch. Man, I don't know at this point, Loma's game. I would like to see the rematch. But Gary Russell, to me, has not fought. He hasn't upped his level of competition. So I feel like Lomachenko is getting better, whereas Russell is probably still staying the same. So, I mean, it'd probably be a good rematch, though. I actually thought Russell was going to win the first fight. I didn't know much about Lomachenko. I was honestly shocked at the skill. And Russell has really fast hands. And the defense that Lomachenko displayed in that fight against that speed was the reason I knew that he was going to kick Rigo's ass. Everybody was talking about Rigo's speed and stuff. Gary Russell's probably got one of the fastest set of hand speed in boxing. And Lomachenko dealt with him. Lomachenko made that fight, which it was a good fight. But I thought Lomachenko had a chance to stop him a couple of times. The body punching in that fight by Lomachenko was deadly. It was deadly. But Tank should be ashamed of himself. Moving on from that, AJ Wilder. That's a fight I want to see. But me not being a casual, I understand that Eddie Hearns is looking at it going, damn, maybe AJ needs a couple more fights. Because if you watch AJ, he's got 21 fights. Wilder's got 40 fights. I mean, just by common knowledge, Wilder has more. I won't say Wilder doesn't have more fundamentals than him. He doesn't have more fundamentals. But Wilder he's been boxing longer. So he's been training longer. So you see what I'm saying? So I look at it like Eddie Hearn may want to get AJ a couple more fights before he fights Wilder. Do I agree with that? No. But I understand how boxing works. You know what I'm saying? AJ, in my opinion, hasn't improved much from his last fight. I agree. I think, and I saw a good video by Brandon over at True School Sports. He did a video, and he talked about how AJ has been talking to Vlad a lot and getting Vlad's advice about boxing. And if you look at that fight, he fought off the jab. He used the jab a lot more than we have seen. Now, I won't say he did the jab and grab like Vlad, but I do feel like he used the jab a lot more. And I wonder, did some of that advice come from Vlad? And he also, at one point in the fight, when Parker rushed him, he put his, I think it was his left hand. He stuck his left hand out just like Vlad would do to keep you away from him. And I've never seen AJ do that, So I'm not sure if Vlad, he says he's been talking to Vlad, so I'm not sure if Vlad, just kind of giving him some advice and, just kind of telling him some different things that would, that he could add to his repertoire. I'm not sure. But do I want to see the fight next? Yes. But I understand Most guys, if they fight a championship fight, they don't come back and fight another Dudes ain't fighting two unification. Yeah. Dudes not fighting two unification bouts back to back. Ain't nobody in boxing doing that. Nobody. Deontay Wilder ain't done it. And the fact that Deontay Wilder has 8 title defenses and no unifications in 8 title defenses is a damn shame. That is a damn shame. AJ's got more unification bouts than Wilder with less title defenses. Please explain that to me, because I heard nobody. I heard nobody back when Wilder was the champ, rushing him to fight Vladimir Klitschko. I heard nobody saying. I heard no videos about him ducking Vlad. I heard none of that. I even saw a video where Wilder said that Vlad had to come to America to get the fight, and he also said that it was going to be a year or a year and a half before he fought Vladimir Klitschko. And I saw no videos. I saw no videos about guys saying Wilder ducked. Nobody made videos talking about Wilder was ducking Vlad. He was ducking Vlad. People just got to be more consistent, man. They got to be more consistent. What you said about your favorite fighter, like right now I'm a Keith Thurman fan. I'm pissed at Keith Thurman. I'm almost thinking Keith Thurman done lost his hunger for boxing at this point from what I'm seeing. Do I know if that's true 100%? Do I know if that's true 100%? No. I don't know if that's true 100%. But to me, he just seems like he doesn't have the edge. And I understand winning the championship and becoming the guy that's the hunted and not the one that's hunting. You can kind of lose your hunger and desire or whatever. But just Keith, he's just so inconsistent right now. But I'm down to call it for what it's worth, and that's one of my favorite fighters. So hopefully you guys will do the same. There's got all these channels out here, man. You making all these videos about dudes ducking, but when your favorite fighter duck, you don't say a damn word about it. But back to it. Like I said, I want to see the fight, but I can understand what Hearn being his promoter is looking at it going, well, you know what? Maybe we can get a couple more fights in. Maybe one more fight, then we'll put him in with Wilder. I understand that. I mean, anybody in boxing can understand that. Dudes, fucking Wilder ain't fought one unification fucking fight yet. And people want AJ to fight 2 in a row. Which I'm one of the people that want it. But I understand that if he doesn't, that's part of the business of boxing, man. That's part of the business of boxing. We've seen this all the time, man. It happens all the time. That's just part of boxing that motherfuckers got to deal with and get used to. Instead of making 400 videos talking about motherfucker ducking, they ducking. Just come to the realization that the fight might not happen. It might not happen next, but the fight is gonna happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure the fight's gonna happen. Is it gonna happen next? I'm not sure. I don't know. There's no way to say if that's gonna happen for sure, to be honest. No way to even say it. See, one more fight that I wanted to talk about. Manny Pacquiao coming back to fight Lucas Matisse. Manny Pacquiao at this point, to me, needs to go ahead and hang it up. He's made a lot of money. At this point, he really doesn't have anything to prove. I mean, I've heard that he said he wants to, if he beats Lucas Matisse, he wants to try to fight. Oh, Wilder wait too long. White might fuck around and be the number 1 contender. Then what for Wilder? Yeah, I know. Dylan White has improved a lot too. So since the first time I saw him fight, the way he was pumping his jab out, and he countered off that jab with that big ass fucking left hook. I know Brown was a punching bag, but still, goddamn, he knocked his ass cold out. And Brown's and Dylan White's kind of awkward too, so that'll be an interesting fight between him and Deontay. But Lucas Matisse, if Pacquiao says if he wins, he wants to fight Lomachenko, in which I think if Pacquiao has to come down to like 132 and a half or something, because I don't think Loma gonna go up to 135, and Loma's gonna probably be the A side at this point. I'm not sure on that. Yeah, he probably will, because Bob gonna let, especially with Pacquiao not being with Arum no more, they gonna fuck Pacquiao on that. They gonna make Pacquiao come down about 132 and a half, 133. And man, Lomachenko gonna fuck him up. So to me, in my eyes, Pacquiao, if he beats Loma, will beat Pac. Yeah, Pac can't lose. Yeah, I know, man. And you know they're gonna make him come down. They're gonna bring him down. You know that. They're gonna bring him down. They're gonna bring him down about 132, 133. And at his age, going down in weight like that, that's gonna be a disaster, man. Can you see Pacquiao little ass at like 130 something, big ass head? Man, Loma gonna get his ass that work. Loma gonna get him that work. Man, it's just a quick video, man. I'm about to run in the house. I just got off work. I just figured I'd ride, man. I appreciate you, Ross Clyde, joining me, man. I always appreciate you joining me, brother. When you gonna start dropping some videos, man? You ain't been dropping no videos. I know you probably busy. You got your kids and stuff like that, life. Man, you need to start back dropping some heat, though, man. Cool, man. I'll be looking for it, brother. I appreciate the follow, man. All right, man. I'll holler back. I'll holler at all y'all. If y'all can't like the video, subscribe, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace out.